know what he's driving. Yeah.
You all staying tonight, are you?
We are staying tonight.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be the voice of reason for a second. We have a gig tomorrow.
Oh,
So don't be too wild.
where's the gig tomorrow?
When am I over to? In London.
London,
and
not too far,
Camden.
then. Camden, whereabouts in Camden?
Camden Club.
Oh, it's a brilliant venue. Have you played it before?
No, but I've heard the stage
It's
is terrific.
fab.
It's
It's
very
really
small.
It's small.
Yeah,
and
but
it's quite a low roof.
But we're sharing the stage with Viper Soup Complex.
Oh, are you?
That's a lot of people
Oh,
on that little
interesting.
stage.
Yes.
I was
But if they put blood on my cables,
she didn't use the blood yesterday.
No.
no, it was confiscated.
It's about banned. I mean, I went to a lunch party for my cruise last tour there, and I'm like, right? But they were not crap. They were absolutely brilliant there because the atmosphere was just incredible.
Yeah.
And they had dancers, and they had
Wow.
all sorts of stuff going on, and
wow.
it was great. Despite Vince can't sing anymore, but it was fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Excellent.
Emerald Dawn.
Hello.
Thank you very much for your patience. I'm really sorry we're a little bit late tonight.
It's alright.
I have to tell you something. I thought that was amazing tonight. I genuinely, I like the band for a long time. I play your band on my radio show often. I've never seen you live before.
Oh, right.
So that's saying Glasgow, that was pure dead brilliant.
Oh,
How was it for you?
Thank you.
How was it for you guys? How did it feel?
Very hot.
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 I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of things went wrong because of his fault.
Yes, yes.
However, it was amazing, and the audience was amazing. The
loved it.
audience were just
Yeah.
out there going, yes!
They liked it, didn't they?
Overall, I enjoyed it.
Good.
I loved it by the end.
Yes.
There were very challenging moments.
Yeah.
One particular point, my pedal board decided
Oh,
to-
you said, yeah.
it was randomly changing patches. I discovered why later.
It's a fine example.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. I mean, I was playing a chord and it was loud, quiet, loud, quiet. It was like, what on earth? I tried to do a solo, it's loud, quiet, loud. I mean, what on
That's
earth?
the pixie up.
The Pixie.
And I later discovered what had happened.
What
because
happened?
Somebody had knocked a dial, so it was halfway between two settings. So the pedal board couldn't decide which setting it was on. It was trying differently. It was back when it was. That's what it was doing, which was a nightmare. And the other thing was, I mean, the lighting guy, I'm sure he was, you know, he had the greatest intentions, you know, and he really wanted to let the audience see our projections.
Yes.
But I would prefer not to be playing in the black dark.
There were a couple of moments where it was dark enough to be like, oh shit, I can't
Can't see
see
what
it.
I can't see my fretboard. I can't see anything. Yeah.
Right.
But at times I was staring at the lights. I was
Were
like,
you?
"Who's still the one?"
Oh, it's anyway.
It was,
But it was great.
It was
great.
amazing.
Yeah,
it was
I
great.
love the last song that you played. I forgot the name.
So it's out of time.
Right, that I thought it was amazing. I've heard the single version. I've never heard the Prog.
Oh, have you not? It's an epic
It's
pop
a
story.
really good tune.
Oh, thank you.
Because I played the single on my show, but I've never played. Next Tuesday, I'm playing the full version.
No, yes.
That's it.
Well, you can see what I meant when I said you curling the
Yeah,
the
yeah, absolutely. So it was making me to end, and so I went up. Well, you know this, but I'll take a crescendo, then back down, then back up again, and it was really good. It built up a bit of tension there. So I thought it was fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Can I ask how the name came about?
You can answer that one.
She tells a different story.
I tell a different. This is
like
it, so you get a different, a different story.
It's very Prog.
So my story is when Ali and I first met and
Yeah.
we started playing together before we met these guys. We used to stay up till dawn, drinking, like we are doing now,
Yes.
and playing music and listening to music and just sharing everything to do with music.
Right.
So it was so exciting to meet someone who was so into music. So when we thought we'd like to play together, and we thought, well, we stay up till dawn, let's call ourselves the Dawn.
Right.
But then there are quite a lot of bands called the Dawn, so we were like, well, what else could we put into the name that would work? So then Emerald kind of fits with a lot of the classic prog names, like Crimson and Pink Floyd and stuff like that.
Floyd, yeah,
But also we're
Deep
both
Purple.
so
Yeah.
but we're also both environmentalists.
Yes.
And we've worked in the environmental movement in different ways. So we thought, okay, the Emerald Dawn works as a name. Do you like to add to that?
What's the other version?
And it was intended to signify dawn means like a new world.
Yeah.
So the emerald dawn in the green. So a sort of symbol like that.
Oh, really? Nice.
Hope for the world actually being
Very
being
nice. Nice. I like them both together. Together.
Yeah.
It's a good. So the band has been going since when?
2011. Well, it started off as a duo with a drum machine.
Oh, did it? All right. Okay.
We moved down to Cornwall from Edinburgh.
Right. Okay.
Tom decided he liked our music, was interested in players. He can tell his own story, but he hated the drum machine.
Well, we hated the drum.
No one likes it.
No one likes the drum machine.
No, that's all. That's all.
But just met them. I was playing a gig with one of the many bands I had at the time. I still have lots of different bands aside this.
That's been a common theme here, you know, when I've asked this sort of question, people seem to have like 4 different bands.
Yeah, drummers especially.
Yeah.
So we start hanging out. We just thought, these are cool guys, and they said they have this music, and I heard it, and I thought it is pretty cool. I really like it, but the drum machine, not so good. But I love to jam with you guys. Then when they moved to another place where they could jam and had a bit more space, I would take my kit along. We would run through them, and then we managed to work out a way to record what became our first album, Searching for Lost Key.
And that was hilarious.
Yeah, something to do.
Something to do with Lost Key.
Because we were so we lived in what was basically the sort of a house of an old church hall. Right, and we used to rehearse in the old church hall, but in the basement of the church hall was this space that had loads of carpets in there. Right, so on about like 4 thicknesses of carpet, we decided we would record the album.
Not too bad sound, yeah.
And we had a lighting gantry, so I dropped the lighting down as far as we could.
Right.
Hung duvets over it, because the problem is the recording equipment involved in the computer with the fan.
Right.
So we thought we don't want the drum mics to be picking up this fan, so we wanted some sonic scream between the drums and the drum microphones and the fan.
Yeah.
And so we put all of these duvets over the gantry, and poor Tom, to do his drum parts, had to sort of fight.
Climb through the duvets.
So that's how the first album was.
Excellent. That's a really good story, actually. Thank you. Yeah. So how does the music come about then? Who writes it? How does it work? How does it?
This guy.
What's the process?
It's all him. No, it's not.
So how does that happen?
Not
Got a
really.
little piece of paper and I just write the notes out on it.
Okay.
He's joking.
Well, what happens is each of us is usually responsible for a different element of music.
Okay.
Most of the chords come from Tree.
Yeah.
Most of the melodies come from me.
Right.
Most of the rhythm comes from Tom.
Okay.
And most of the brilliant bass lines come from David.
Really?
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
and then we sort of we kind of throw ideas in, like, so we might jam something and go like that, and then when people come up with different ideas for transitions and
Okay.
it's very collective. So
So a lot of it starts with Tree will decide she's found a new scale she wants to play in.
Ah, right. Okay.
And the new scale will have a whole different set of chords and a whole different set of chord progressions. You just start fiddling about with that.
Yeah.
So the band will jam to it. And we'll stick a mini disc in the mini disc recorder.
All right.
And then we'll listen back and go, that bit was really good.
Right.
And then we go, now what does it remind us of? What does it evoke? You know, and then we'll go, okay, well, we're going to do a composition on that, aren't we? So that's going to be a section of that.
Right.
And because a lot of our pieces of music tell a story, you can go, well, okay, how do you depict musically the next bit of the story? And then usually we'll jam some ideas, and some of it we'll like and some of it we'll just not ever listen to again.
I just want to say that I think that happened when, so just to go back to the story of the band just quickly, so we had another bass player for our second album.
Okay.
He lived too far away and he left, and we eventually found this amazing man.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I think when David joined, it actually solidified properly everything. And that's when we started to work together properly, collectively, because it was the right person to bring the bass element in.
Right,
And
okay.
I don't know, it just clicked at that point.
Right.
To be the
Foundation almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The other
The
thing
base of the foundation.
Exactly. The other thing that's fantastic about being in this band, I think that's fantastic, is everybody trusts everybody else.
Right. Okay.
You know, so we totally trust Tom to come up with whatever he's doing on the drums.
Right.
We totally trust David to come up with whatever he's doing on the bass. And it's usually very adventurous. I mean, David will come up, well, there's 3 different ways I could do this.
Right. Okay.
This way was and we go, well, is there a way you can play all of them?
That's a very progressive mindset. Yeah.
Well, that's not also great. We go,
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
dismiss
yeah.
that one, we don't dismiss that one.
Can I ask about you said about the green thing? Is that your main drive lyrically? Is that where you want to push the band, or is it just one of the things?
No. I mean, I think we all care about the environment a lot, but it's only the current album really. We've done a little bit about the environment before, but the current album, well, is going to be a double album.
Right.
But that is about the environmental crisis because we decided it was time to actually say something properly about it.
Right.
But the other albums have been about different things, so
Right. Okay. Okay. So
we like to explore themes, but it happens to be that with this one we're going like, let's say something about the environment.
Okay. Okay. And it's a double album. When are you hoping to have that?
I think we're aiming for September for Volume 1, and maybe I think
Maybe
spring.
spring.
That's what I'm so basically,
Volume 2.
what's going to happen is we're going to release the double album as 2 individual single albums, Volume 1, Volume 2 on CD.
Yeah.
And then it will be a double vinyl that comes out at the same time as the CD.
Yes.
Basically, we like dual cases. And people go, it's not the environment was digipack wrong. There's little black prongs in the digipack break.
Yes.
The whole thing is rubbish.
That's right.
Whereas you can replace the dual case and put all the little inserts in. But unfortunately, the double dual cases are absolutely awful. They're complete rubbish.
Can I cancel your merch down, please?
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You've got to start today. There's only 20 quid catch there. There's 220 pounds on the card.
Thank you
All right,
so much.
We'll cut the spin out.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So much.
Sorry, it's a little late today. It's good
later.
Father
There was bizarre irregularities.
Okay. I'll see you on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
leave me out.
if not before, we'll see it on the weekend.
Within a day festival, sure. Okay.
Take care, Graham.
See you later.
Thank you.
Continue.
We had when a lady walked in when I was interviewing Hats Off guys, and she just came in and she phoned her husband and she was standing there, and they're all going, "Oh, oh." She wasn't there at all. She was really somewhere else. Anyway, yeah.
No.
So I was talking about the new album. So that's a really good idea. I like the idea of having the sort of releasing them in stages and then having the big double release. That's a cool.
One of the motivations for that was Big Train released English Electric as a sort of one and a two, and then they produced a full power sort of compilation of them. And so we thought, well, we're after the compilation, we'll just define the final product from day one, and there'll be a first CD, a second CD. But it will then come out with the second CD as a proper double, and all of the artwork is painted by Tree. It's usually 2 full oil paintings, and they're all designed for gatefold sleeves. So with a double album, it's perfect for him.
That's so beautifully old-fashioned. I love that.
Well, I think
love it.
the artwork was always, through the history of Prog actually,
Yeah.
through the history of Prog, artwork has been hugely important. And I think, like, it's potentially going to be lost with a lot of AI stuff. And I'm like, no, I want to keep
Not
that
having it.
alive. I
Yeah.
want to keep that alive. So it's really important to me that the art goes with the music.
Yes. Right. So this lot, I don't know if you've come across.
I absolutely love the artist
Unbelievable.
that does.
I went to the exhibition in London.
So did we.
Unbelievable.
I
mean,
loved. I mean,
we're talking about Tool. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
we're also talking about the artist Alex Gray, whose artwork is
Unbelievable.
Yes.
amazing, and I loved it before I even knew he was the artist.
Yes.
For Tool, I
And you
loved
know
his
that,
work.
right?
So
Okay.
Yeah.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, time flies. 2022 until they've done 2 tours in the last 3 years. The first one, that 10 years after the previous one. I've never seen anything like that. Never seen like it. They had a curtain at the arena, playing arenas, and they refused to play stadiums. There was 71 stadiums for building or set arenas. And they've got like a wire mesh. The like Steve Austin, if you saw the Steve Austin tour, it looks like a wire. It's a wire. It forms a screen. It's a moving screen. So they project this art on the band and it moves. So you end up going, what? You know, it's literally fantastic.
Wow. I mean,
Highly recommend it. Go and see them, you know, and I was in the 4th row, right in the middle, and I'm standing there going, it was a stunning experience. And it's a classic, what you just said, it's the mixture of the arts, the different types of art that they do so beautifully. It's like early Pink Floyd or, you know,
yeah.
or Camel or some of these older bands used to do that, didn't they? And they do it now. So,
Totally. So
yeah.
Trees always want to do a huge multimedia thing. Huh?
One day.
One day, yes. So what's next for the band? You focusing on the album, or is there anything else happening that you want to share with folk?
I mean, we've got a few other gigs this year, but it's mainly
The
the album.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
probably we just played in Germany at the Art Rock Festival, and we had such an amazing time. I think we want to go back to
Yes.
Europe. So that is a focus.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. What's no? I mean, I've said this to one other band too. It was actually the lads from Stuckfish, and in some ways they're quite similar, not musically, but in terms of the trajectory, the direction of travel for the band. It has jumped a bit, hasn't it, in the last 2 or 3 years? Why do you think that's happened? You've been around for a long
Well,
time.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had several sort of steps up in. First of all, we played basically locally. We had one gig outside of Cornwall, and that was one Tom couldn't make, so it was just as a duo.
Right. Okay.
That was in Plymouth,
Right.
and Plymouth is a little outside of Cornwall, so you can possibly guess.
Yeah.
Everything else being Cornwall, and we were suddenly invited to play at Danfest, and that was
In
our
Leicester.
in Leicester.
This
That
was
was our
2019.
I was there.
And that was our first ever gig in front of a Prog audience. Because local audiences weren't actually Prog audiences. There was some sort of mixed audience that sort of friends, friends of friends, and the word got around to. It wasn't actually a dedicated Prog audience.
Yeah.
And that was a jump. All of a sudden, we were noticed, even just a little bit by a Prog audience.
Yeah.
I think the next leap was probably Prog for Peart, the first one.
Right.
And that was an interesting time for us because most people during COVID were completely locked away. Most musicians didn't play with each other for 9 months. We declared our studio our place of work. And did all of the treated all of the proper risk assessments and a separate toilet for the studio as opposed to the rest of the building, and sanitization and dispensers and this sort of stuff. And so we're actually able to rehearse once a week and still compose. So when COVID ended, some bands hadn't seen each other for 9 months, and we came out firing all full cylinders.
You guys did. I was just recovering from
God, that's truly
And in terms of our,
Oh, you're right.
in terms of our, as we put it, having rehearsed,
Yes.
we were firing on all four cylinders. And so we just got lots of gigs then because most of the bands said we're just not available.
Not available.
We were available. So that was the next stage where suddenly we were actually getting opportunities we wouldn't otherwise have.
Yeah.
Because we were gig ready and so many good bands were.
That's true. And then because of playing all those gigs, we got a feature in Prog magazine, which is the next step. Of course. They did a 2-page spread.
Yeah.
And that goes like that. And then we were in the readers poll. We were in the list that one. I can't remember what number we were, but in the top 10 unsigned bands.
Yeah.
We got in that. So then that makes it go up again. And then eventually we got into number 10 of the best bands.
Yes.
Well, I
It
think
was like, what?
But I think there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
And I think the reason for that was we got to play at HRH Prog.
Right. Okay.
And it was after HRH Prog, people voted for us
Right.
in top bands rather than the top unsigned bands.
Very good.
And the reason why I think HRH Prog was important was because so many people came up to us after our slot of HRH Prog and basically said, how come I've never heard of you guys before? Well, because we don't know how to reach people like you. Because we have Facebook group, we advertise on if you have a gig on the UK Prog Gigs page and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And so those people, we just don't know how to reach them. And I think the issue is that a lot of those people only pay to see bands from the past. And there's a lot that appear at HLH.
Right.
So they go.
Right.
But then some of the bands who aren't from the past actually catch their attention.
Right.
And then it's
Interesting.
and then it's how come I've never heard of you because
Do you think that's why Solstice? Because Solstice have nowhere anywhere, and yet they don't go to the best band. It's not true.
No, I think Solstice
Is
is
it a campaign or something? Or?
no. I think the thing about Solstice is Solstice was a band in the 80s.
Yeah.
There's only one of them still,
Yeah.
but was able to use that name and so had a running start.
Right.
It's about like imagine a Marillion had disappeared
Yeah.
and suddenly the original Marillion member says this is Marillion.
I'm brilliant.
Yeah, well, you've got a running start on
Yeah.
any new pop band.
Right. Okay.
So, I'm not saying they deserve their fame, but they had an advantage.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of it. Also, they've got a very different type of prog towards prog.
They have.
A lot of prog is very serious.
Yeah.
A lot of it is quite depressing. That's not a bad thing. I love melancholic music,
Yeah.
and I love powerful art movies that are sometimes quite disturbing,
Yeah.
which a lot of prog is.
Yeah.
But also, some people love joy.
Yeah.
And Solstice are all almost joy and bold.
Oh, they are.
They are.
Yeah.
They're definitely a
the
feel
singers are
good.
amazing.
Yeah, they're a feel good.
Ebony's amazing. She's just incredible. She's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. We'll talk about that in the pub.
But anyway,
Yeah.
they deserve it.
Yeah.
They actually deserve
Oh, I
the
think
play
they
they
did.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
before, the reason I asked was because they came from nowhere.
Yeah.
They had nothing. Everybody was doing really well.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, top. I was like, no, they're not. And they're not. But they did really well. I thought it was maybe a social media campaign or something.
Well, some of it will have been because
Yeah.
they've got a big social media group.
Yeah, but they're still playing pubs.
They're also headlining an awful lot of pub
Yeah, they are.
festivals.
No,
So
they
they're
are.
like in
Yeah,
people's
yeah, yeah.
houses.
Yeah, so it's-
They've headlined just about every prog
Yeah,
festival.
yeah, yeah.
And then usually in 1 year, there's about only one of them they're not headlining.
Yes. Yeah.
So they're doing
Interesting.
fantastic.
Oh, good for them. I'm delighted for them. I just thought it was really interesting.
Yeah, it
I
is.
found it. It's just fascinating.
Yeah.
Guys, it's been fantastic talking to you. I suspect we won't talk for a long time.
We could.
I'd love to talk to you about what prog is actually, because I'm not sure I agree with what you said earlier. I'd love to have a chat with you that, but not on camera.
Oh god!
My theory is completely different to yours.
What's yours?
Because I think a lot of the music that we listen to is what I call retro prog. It's not real prog. It's not prog.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, prog's like talking. It's just not prog. Yeah.
Okay, so sorry,
Yeah.
but I was a professional philosopher. And
Look, you've started each other off. haven't you?
I'm a lecturer at the University of Oxford. That's my job.
in what subject?
I do mainly in the sort of future of what biotech, nanotech, and AI.
Okay, well, I had a historic chair in Glasgow, and my doctorate was from Oxford.
My
and-
doctorate's from Edinburgh.
okay.
Let's keep
Oh,
going.
well,
I have a BA honours in contemporary world jazz.
he does.
Let's end this out.
Yes,
edit that out.
this is a drummer with a first-class honours degree in music.
Excellent.
So no, basically, philosophy has some different conceptions of meaning. And there's a notion of meaning.
Yeah.
Where,
To the theme.
We should be doing the pub.
well-
This is a pub
Yeah, this is a
conversation.
pub
this is a really important one because you like this.
Yeah, I probably will, but it's still a pub
Right.
conversation. Yeah.
Let's do a completion and then you can start battling each other.
Love it. It's brilliant. Ashley, have you talked to the hats off, guys?
We love them.
very well.
We stood over there yesterday for 4 hours talking about music.
Yeah.
And it was a joy. I mean, I hate that one's overused.
They are
It was
beautiful.
genuinely
Yeah.
gorgeous guys, and I'm
They are.
next
They're
week
lovely.
blended
They're
with a
lovely.
coffee, and
They're lovely.
I felt love for both of them.
They're so sweet.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
They are.
And yet their music's so serious. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they perform. They're bad.
Yes.
I know, they're amazing.
It's like,
Yeah, it's just amazing. Anyway. Thank you very much for giving me your time, guys. I'm
Very well.
smiling.
Thank you.
That was fabulous.
Thank you.
All in the line, also the conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.